We're also getting reaction tonight from John Kasich. The Ohio governor. Kasich is heading to his hometown of McKees Rocks, Pennsylvania for another town hall with voters, but he has a message for Hoosier voters. Kasich campaigned in Philadelphia this morning, his first day on the trail since announcing the news about his collaboration with Cruz. Kasich described the agreement between the two as, in his words, no big deal. And he says scratching Indiana off his list of campaign stops doesn't mean he's telling you not to vote for him.
Are you going to directly tell your voters in Indiana to support Ted Cruz?
No, we're not. I'm not going to go tell anybody how to vote. They can. But look, I mean, this is a matter of resources, and you know, we run a national campaign, and we want to apply our resources where we think they can be used most effectively, and it's all designed to stop Hillary Clinton from becoming president.
We've confirmed that Governor Kasich will still visit Indianapolis tomorrow, but only for a private fundraiser at the Columbia Club. I've reached out to his campaign to see if he'll speak directly to Indiana voters while he's here, but I'm still waiting to hear back. The political events of the past 12 hours are already being called historic, but could they actually backfire when Indiana votes next week?
Jason is back now with our political insiders. Jason?
What a day it has been. Tip 2, Marcus Barlow. Marcus, for the Republicans, and I think we'll start with you here today. Can you remember anything like this in history?
You know, I don't think anyone that can remember something like this is still walking around. I think that we're all on new ground here. We're all in new territory.
Kip, Kasich said it's no big deal. Is this a big deal?
Oh, I think it's a big deal, but I think he also stepped on the message today. I mean, it just didn't seem like it was well planned out. I understand that neither of the two candidates themselves spoke with each other about the deal that they've supposedly cut, so it looks kind of ham-handed. And I'm afraid that it might backfire. It plays right into what Trump is trying to say, that the whole system is rigged and politics isn't being played on the up and up, and I think that plays into his message, which I don't think is necessarily a good thing.
Marcus, if you're a Kasich supporter, you haven't voted yet, you're sitting at home, you've watched what's happened now over the past few hours. If you're waiting to vote on May 3rd, what do you do on May 3rd?
I think I vote for Cruz. I mean, I'm guessing that if you're a Kasich supporter, you're probably pretty far away from Donald Trump, and you could much more easily support Ted Cruz than you would Donald Trump. And it's funny to hear Donald Trump complaining about this, since he's all about making deals, and now all of a sudden a deal is made really to get to a contested convention. It shows the fear in his campaign of that contested convention, knowing that he hasn't done a good job on the ground getting delegates on his side.
Isn't there a risk for both of them, though, that voters simply stay home now? Their guy's not in it, or perceived to be not in it?
Well, Kasich was about 20% in the polls in Indiana of the latest polls that I'd seen, so I think that there is some danger there. I saw one report today that some of the Kasich voters are going to Trump, so it may backfire from that respect.
Marcus, did they have to do this to prevent Trump from getting the nomination before Cleveland?
I think what we're seeing right now is that Trump has always had a minority of the Republican vote. And so as we're getting closer and closer to Trump possibly getting that magic number of delegates, we're seeing the campaign saying, hold up here, let's try to actually have some strategy so that we can get to a contested convention and choose a nominee that more directly reflects the party.
Kip, final question for you. After this deal especially, is Donald Trump the nominee, or rather, does he win Indiana for the Republicans?
I think he'll get a narrow win, and I think Bob Knight will have nothing to do with it.
Marcus Barlow, Kip 2, our political insiders, join us right now at Indy This Week on Twitter. We'll send it back to you.